as it's with something better. Anything would be better.
How are we going to see these statements?
They're going to be produced in a booklet. So there'll be 5 booklets, Conservative candidates, Lib Dem, etc.
No, I think it was the Daily Telegraph that said the Labour Party conference, one thing that drew hundreds of applause when anyone said anything horrible about the Hereditary Peers.
They said what?
When anyone said anything horrible about Hereditary Peers, it got tremendous cheers. But that's rather like kicking spaniels when they're on the ground. And people are who they are and what they are, it's not their fault. And those who come to the House of Lords come to do a job of work.
I'm sure it's less than 75. I'd rather agree with Lord Ferrers, who said just before I went to Australia, it was quoted in the paper saying, if they don't know what I've done here, then to hell with it all. I agree with that. I should do this with extreme reluctance.
I'm full of indecision.
How are you? I think it's still
about standing for election or not?
Yeah. It's very difficult. If you're thoroughly conceited, like I am, to think that anybody would want one. I mean, look at me, I'm 77, practically 1 foot in the grave. I'm not a politician, and there we are.
So whatever happens, you are an elector.
Yeah.
And then, if you want to, you can just add to it and become a candidate as well.
God, it is a dilemma, isn't it?
It's terrifying, actually, I think, because I'm convinced it's Tone for president. I'm convinced he wants to be president. Oh, my ancestor would be turning in the grave.
We are fine. Go.
Black Rod, whose job is to ensure the smooth running of the House, also leads the processions of new peers being introduced.
This is the most remarkable period of turbulence, I suppose, since this House started 600 years ago. I mean, it's not just a minor episode along the continuum of government, if I can put it that way. It is a major constitutional change which is affecting a number of people who feel very deeply about it.
I'll tell you something. This House of Lords bill, when it comes back in, that we've got to throw it out. You cannot...
Not everybody wants to go along with the bill, but throwing it out means losing everything. The Cranbourne deal, the elections, and the 92 who would stay on. But that's how strongly some of the opposition peers feel about the Lords Reform Bill. It isn't just self-preservation. They feel there could be serious consequences of which the public are not yet aware.
No, the people. The public don't. The public don't, and the public
Government
don't
know.
know. People don't. What? Only 2% of them even knew the damn thing was on when they were asked the other day.
That is true. That is true.
And this would wake them up, Lord Strathclyde.
By exposing a technical irregularity in the bill, a group of backbenchers are hoping to invalidate it. But to succeed, they need the support of popular and prominent House members. Earl Ferrers inherited his seat at 26 and has served on the Tory front bench as a minister.
Not to do with composition.
Lending his weight to their amendment would make all the difference, but he remains
That, of
uncertain.
course, you can't actually use the 1911 Act to push this thing through.
Can you come?
Come on in.
Molly wanted to know whether she could come. I said you'd have to ask you.
And I knew you'd be delighted.
Yeah, I'm delighted.
Oh, really? Yeah. Straddles, help me.
These are agonies of decision-making.
Well, I know, but there are going to be more important decisions than this one. This is a manufactured case. It is a ploy.
No, it's not a ploy. I'm not trying to beggar the bill.
Well, then, what is the point of it?
Not so short, I'm not trying to beg the bill, really.
Yes. You've committed yourself to somebody.
Well, I haven't committed, no. I just said, well, I'll join in on this. I haven't actually said I'm going to vote for it.
I think that the case is a poor one. I think it will be seen as simply a delaying tactic to stop the third reading next week, and it will be very hard to explain why it isn't. What will you have gained? This isn't going to stop the bill. It's not going to bring us back to the status quo.
and the government can still Parliament Act it. So I don't see any benefit to us whatsoever from doing it. And if I thought it was a good idea, I'd have done it months ago. You have put your name down, haven't you?
It's a registered, yes.
Good.
But I'm not putting 75 words.
No, very good.
I'm just leaving it as zilch.
Yeah, but you are, and you've been here since, what, 1870?